And here's some more good that's going on in the world of sports today. Yes, we heard yesterday that the NFL and the players are having some difficulties with some of the issues, and that the owners are trying to get the players to go back in time and only take 45% of the assets of the league or the annual salaries of the league. I think that right now both teams know, or both sides know, that a deal is going to happen, because I think both sides understand that it has to happen. This country cannot take two sports being locked out. And so I'm happy the fact that they were back at the table today talking about it, and hopefully there's going to be a resolution, I think, within the next 2 weeks. But I tell you what, though, I do agree with that player from the New York Jets who was talking about how he thought it was kind of crazy that some of the players are practicing so hard and doing all these workouts for these owners who don't want to pay them. I agree with him. But the reality is, as a fan, I'm happy to hear that the teams are still trying to work out. And so at least I know that the product's not going to be that sloppy. So hopefully, like I said, we'll get a deal done in the next 2 weeks. Some more good. Although Mr. Joe-Wilfried Tsonga lost today to Djokovic in probably one of the most exhilarating four-set matches that I've seen in a long time, it's good that he actually played very well the other day to beat Roger Federer. Federer had a streak of 178 straight matches, folks. Think about that, 178 straight matches. When he had a two-set lead, the match was over. And Mr. Tsonga, down 2-0, came back and won the last 3 sets and won the match. And even today he fought, even though he was down 2-0 and he forced a 4-set. He deserves a lot of credit for putting out the effort and not going away. Roger Federer is not done, folks. He's just, running into guys who are playing just better than he at the right moment. He'll get another major. I believe he will. And then you can all get off his back, because he's still the greatest player of this generation, bar none. A couple more goods, and a couple of these are really good goods. First, I see that the Portland Trailblazers are going to give Greg Oden one more shot next season to play basketball, if there's going to be basketball next year. As most of you know, Greg Oden has had the worst luck of any young player in this generation in basketball, where he's had injuries to his knee, to his feet, and unfortunately he has not been able to be on the court. He's only been on the court for 61 games, I believe. And it'd be such a shame to have such a great talent not be able to play. And it's great that the Portland Trailblazers are going to give him one more shot, and hopefully he'll have a healthy season and make the West Coast even more difficult for teams to compete against. Another good, South Carolina won the College World Series for the second straight year. And I know everyone's going crazy because they've supposedly won all these games and created this big record, but let's face facts. The way it used to be was the College World Series, after you got to the finals, it was just one game. Now you got to win 2 out of 3. But it's still a huge accomplishment by them, and they deserve all the praise for how they've won. I mean, they have bombed people. They have outpitched people. They have been spectacular. They've won the extra inning games. They've won the close games. They've won the shootouts. They've taken no prisoners. And they deserve all the credit for what they've done. And even though California is still the story of the tournament, a team that went from not having a program to having a program to making it to the College World Series, and then, representing their school and their families and friends very well here, South Carolina is still your champion. And we'll be back on 89.7 KLAS FM